One thing I always say to students, where can we go with A-level chemistry? The answer is anywhere. You can literally go anywhere, you can do anything. If you want to travel the world and you want to get jobs abroad, that's absolutely within your remit. If you want to move elsewhere in the country, if you want to be able to completely change up your job and go somewhere else, chemistry gives you the opportunity to do that. There's a huge demand for it in the world today, whether or not it's sustainability, environmental, through material research, which is happening all the time. We've got a lot of our current year 12 chemists that are quite interested in looking into the fields of chemical engineering. We've had students in the past that have gone on doing nuclear engineering. But the more obvious choices are people looking to maybe go into medicine or the medical fields. But a lot of people just like going to research fields, researching new drugs. We've had people going off to, say, Cardiff University and doing neurochemistry, so working on drugs that work with the brain. There is just a huge field of very exciting, very interesting jobs that require you to have a good knowledge and a good understanding of chemistry, even into things like working in forensics and similar such jobs. Okay, so on this side, we cover what actually is the course content for A-level chemistry. Chemistry is split into three main disciplines, what we class as inorganic, organic, and physical chemistry. And these three disciplines are equally represented across all the topics you can see listed below. There's a lot of practical work that's obviously covered as well as part of the curriculum, but it's basically broken down into the organic chemistry side, which is heavily assessing your ability to remember lots of different reactions, learn how things are made. Then the more physical side, which is about using very closely linked to physics. It's about learning to use equations and other things. And finally, the inorganic side, exploring the origins of the periodic table, looking at how elements behave, how elements react. So if anybody is looking to study beyond A-level, if you're looking to go into further education, taking any of the sciences or taking any science with, say, maths, opens up a hugely diverse range of available university courses. The graph on the right there kind of indicates this. So this is the number of university courses for each subject that are available. So if you took, say, for example, combination of chemistry, physics and maths, you'd open up a massive variety of different potential courses. Okay, so what are the entrance requirements? In order for you to get into A-level chemistry, you must achieve a level 6 if you're doing double award. So that's the 6.5, 6.6 in science. If you're doing triple science, you need to get a level 6 in your chemistry. Ideally, you need to have a level 6 in your mathematics as well, because some of the maths in chemistry, although not as hard as the physics, is still quite demanding. Chemistry is a very practical subject, so we do a lot of practical work. Practicals can last a long period of time, sometimes 2 to 3 hours. You'll be wearing lab coats, you'll have your own special goggles, and lab work is you record all your lab work down in a separate lab book. There is no official coursework, but you will have to complete 16, that's 1/6 core practicals. There are a lot more practicals that we do over the course, but you are assessed on your ability to work safely, handle nasty chemicals, observe, calculate, and take down information accurately. So it's amazing to see the progress students make over the first course, the first 6 months on the course. And this is a progression if you're into practical work, if you're into like learning those fine motor skills and observation skills, then you'll be very satisfied with the amount of practical work we do over the course. Okay, quite a significant thing to note is we take all our exams at the end of year 13, and they are sat in the June of the final year. Paper 1 is 1 hour 45 minutes, paper 2 is 1 hour 45 minutes, and then quite a long paper 3 at 2 hours 30 minutes. The results of these gives you a score out of 300, and the grade boundaries can all be seen online